Here's the real question. How do dentists like you, who aren't willing to let insurance dictate how you will run your practice, who want to create incredibly profitable practices without sacrificing your time or sanity, how do you create the strategies to ensure your practice not only survives, but thrives in the 21st century? That's the blaring question, and Dr. Steve Schalintz is here to provide the answers. Welcome to Dental Practice Freedom Radio.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Dental Practice Freedom Radio. As some of you know, I am literally right now in the parking lot, ready to attend day 4 of Funnel Hacking Live, which, for those of you who don't know, it's ClickFunnels' big annual convention, Russell Brunson, and it's basically a marketing conference galore. That talks about how to become an expert, how to establish your brand, how to sell your products, how to do this more effectively through the use of sales funnels. So that's where I'm at. And, what's really, really interesting is last night, I literally buy everything that Russell Brunson sells. And yesterday was the big, he's rolling out his new program, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, so his new offer was amazing, right? And all of his stuff is amazing, and I usually buy every bit of it. But for whatever reason, I didn't buy it this time, and I started to go back into it. So my wife is actually out here, and this is the first time she got introduced to this world. And, we're sitting here talking about why not this one? Like, I bought everything else. Why not this offer? And it was an amazing package, and they do coaching and live events and more programs and all packaged together. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is absolutely amazing. But something was different this time. And I talked to my wife, and why is this different? And I started to go back, as you guys know, I have a lot of different mentors, and I use these mentors are always in my head, right? And they're always telling me certain things, and it's almost like if you guys have ever read Think and Grow Rich, at the very end, he talks, Napoleon Hill talks about his mastermind principle when he was with himself, and he was learning all this stuff, and he'd have this imaginary round table. And I was listening to what Bob Proctor was telling me, which is, see, the reason that I didn't end up buying this offer had nothing to do with the program, had nothing to do, the content was amazing, but where I'm currently at, and where you probably are currently at, even in your practice, is what's called the knowing-doing gap. See, the problem isn't I didn't need to learn more information. I didn't need to know more material from a program. The biggest thing for me right now is actually doing what it is I know to do, right? And that might be the thing that you're struggling with too, right? So, I think we are seekers as dentists. Like, we're always trying to learn information. That's why you're listening to this podcast, right? You're not listening to this podcast just to listen to it, to fill in space. You're trying to pick up that one piece of information that would transform your practice. See, the problem, though, is that most people are always seeking, but they're never doing. And I was looking at this offer that Russell made to me, and I'm thinking, is that going to help me do anything? Is that going to force me to do something that I already know how to do? I just need to do it. And the answer was no. Right? I didn't need more group coaching. I didn't need another program. I've already spent hundreds of thousands of dollars just on this last year alone, just learning information, digesting information. But now it's applying the information. And that's what Bob Proctor talks about when he says the knowing-doing gap, right? We have all this stuff on the conscious level. We're learning. But on the subconscious level, that's where the emotional state resides, and that's where the actual doing takes place, right? And so for me, it wasn't a matter of knowing more. It's starting to do what it is I already know how to do. And so when I figured that out, I was thinking, this isn't going to help me. Even though I know this would help me by learning more content, by learning more information, it's probably not what I need right now in order for me to do what it is I already know how to do. And I was sitting there, and my wife's like, you're going to do it, aren't you? Because she knows that I buy everything. I said, no, I don't think I am this time. I think I'm good. The me of 6 months ago would have bought that. Like, I would have been the first one in line. I would have been standing up buying it before they even got done creating the offer and telling me what it is that I was buying. I was just going to buy it because, I buy everything. But there's something that's changing for me It's that I already know the information. It's using it, it's doing something with it. And getting the right type of coaching, the personalized coaching that I need to hold me accountable to actually getting done what it is that I say that I'm going to do. And I didn't see that in the offer. And there's no way they could offer that, right? I looked in the back, and I know Russell made a lot of money selling it because it's what everybody wants. And so I knew that, hey, there's probably going to be about 300 to 400 people in this program. And I don't think I'm going to get what I need to actually take my business to the next level, and my personal life to the next level, my growth and development to the next level. I might buy it at some point when I need more information, when the problems arise that I didn't even know that I had, when I get to a certain level, right? We're all there. We're all getting to the next level. And then when we get to the next level, we have a whole new set of problems. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. But, we think that the problems we have right now are the problems we're always going to have. That's not true. Once you get to a certain level, all of a sudden you have a whole new set of problems. And then you need a whole new coach. You need a whole new mentor. And so I want you to think about that. What are the things right now that you know you should be doing, but you're not doing them? You got to start doing that. And I know everybody says it. It's like, oh, that's so simple, but you don't understand. No, I do understand. You have to do the things that you know what to do. You already know that. When I work with clients, they always ask me, how should I do this? How should I do this? And I always start to flip the question back to them, and I say, what do you think you should be doing? And 99% of the time, they actually already know the answer. They just aren't doing it. They haven't closed the knowing-doing gap. So hopefully you got some value out of this episode. And, I'm just so excited to be here. Day 4, we're going to be seeing Tony Robbins live for 3 hours, which I'm just absolutely pumped about. I'm going to hear from Russell again. And, his stuff is so, so good. I highly encourage you guys to check it out. If you go to my personal Facebook, the Facebook group that I have links to his books, so you can go ahead and get his books and start digging in, especially Expert Secrets. Absolutely phenomenal. So hopefully you got some value out of this, and I'll see you at the next episode.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode on Dental Practice Freedom Radio with Dr. Steve Schalintz. We'll see you on the next episode.